All right, so we are beginning our unit on correlations. So I'm going to start with discussing some of the underlying logic behind correlations and what exactly we're doing here. I'm going to give you a few different visuals of the graphs and the scatter plots and what correlations look like when you're kind of trying to mentally picture them. And I'm going to show you how to do correlations in PSPP. So those will be our three big topics that we discuss. So correlations, I'm hoping that most, if not all of you, have had research methods prior to this class. What we're doing with a correlation is we're mathematically showing, I know that there is a relationship between these variables. I know that these things are connected to each other. We can't necessarily say that one is causing the other, but we're showing that they're connected. So we have two broad, when we're talking about linear correlations, which on the next video, we'll talk about linear versus nonlinear correlations. But the majority of the time in statistical analyses, we are discussing linear correlations. And with a linear correlation, it's divided into the possibility of being either a positive correlation or a negative correlation. With a positive correlation, both of your variables are moving in the same direction, and that can be moving up or moving down. All right, a positive correlation does not have to mean that both variables are moving up. It just means that they're going in the same direction. So an example of that might be like your textbook mentions the relationship between the amount of sleep you get in the evening and your mood the next day. If your sleep going up is related to your mood going up, that is a positive correlation. Even if I stated it the other direction and said less sleep is related to a lower mood, even though I'm discussing it in terms of decreases, that is still a positive correlation because both of the variables that I'm interested in are moving in the same direction as each other. If I say the number of minutes on average every day spent studying is related to an increase in average quiz scores, that would also be a positive correlation. More time studying, higher quiz score. Less time studying, lower quiz score. A negative correlation, as I'm sure you figured out now, is where they're moving in opposite directions. One variable is going up and one variable is going down. Now, it doesn't matter the order in which I say this in. So, for example, your textbook used the example of the more boredom that a person reports with their romantic partner, the lower their levels of relationship satisfaction. So, higher boredom, lower relationship satisfaction. Even if I switched around the way I worded that and said, which way did I say it last time? And said higher relationship satisfaction is linked to lower boredom, it would still be negative. Again, it doesn't matter which order I say them in, which one I'm saying first, if I'm saying the increased one first or second, none of that matters. All that matters is that these two variables are moving in different directions. One goes up, one goes down. I will tell you the most commonly missed question on these quizzes discussions is assuming that if I'm wording it in a way where they're both going down, that it's a negative correlation. And that is not accurate. Remember, even if they're both going down, it is still a positive correlation because they are both moving in the same direction. So, positive, both going up or down, same direction. Negative, moving in different directions, doesn't matter what order I say it in. Now, one of the biggest things to get straight about correlations and the way that you word your findings. Oh, my little thing is telling me I'm about to time out on my recording time. So I will stop this video here and we'll pick up with this idea on the next one.